Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Amy. I see you there. Come on in. Come on in, everyone. I know it's taking a little while to, find us live this morning. I'm not quite sure why, but that's cool. So if you're joining us live, go ahead and say hello in the comments. And if you are joining us on the replay, join the hashtag replay gang and go ahead and put whatever takeaways you have later right in the comments, because as you share, it anchors it in for you, and it also helps others anchor points in as well. And so it's great to get up and listen, which is great. But in order for you to, there's like different ways to learn and really take in and change your life, right? So one is just listening to it kind of surface. And then another way is to like kind of write down what your biggest takeaways are. And then another way is to write it down and then share it with someone else. And so it really like, you end up like imbibing it, right? So awesome. Awesome. So for those of you watching for the first time, my name is Dr. Disha Phillip. Welcome. I'm a cardiologist who deals with all matters of the heart and founder of the Path to Meditation Mastery. We run the Meditation for Female Physicians group and the Heart-Centered Living group, Natural Antidotes to Stress. And we're all about getting out of that fight or flight and getting back to our true, authentic, heart-centered selves. Okay, so that's what it's about. The card is still open for my female physicians there. If you haven't been able to watch the masterclass, go ahead and watch it. If you're hearing my voice right now, this is for you. Watch it and sign up for your Stress Less Clarity Call. Card's open till Friday, so let's go ahead and get that done. Because how much longer are you going to sit spinning your wheels by yourself? Definition of insanity, continuing to do the same thing, expecting a different outcome. Doesn't always make sense. It's crazy when we think about our own insanity, right? There's so many things that we keep doing, but it doesn't make any sense. So we have to take that one step forward, right? I know for me, I had to really hit kind of somebody else calling me out on my own crazy before I took that step toward meditation, even though it had been sitting in the back of my head, like, yeah, this is something that my patients will need. You know, so many of my patients are coming in saying, I don't want to take any medications for my blood pressure. I don't want to take any more pills, Isn't there something else? And so when I finally got the data behind meditation and its benefits, and there's like actual data out there, ladies, I was like, yeah, I got to look into that. And then finally, when my own life was crazy, running around in circles, right, trying to nurse a newborn and sleep train my 2.5-year-old, work 60, 70 hours a week, right? Like it took my clinic manager coming into me saying, hey, doc, what's going on with you? You look like your mind is racing a million miles a minute. And I was like, crap. Found me out. Good morning, Rebecca. But I was like, oh no, now other people can tell. Right? And I was like, all right, maybe it's time now. So it took that for me to really start meditating and really like commit to myself. Like, okay, I really need somebody to teach me how to do this. And I really need somebody to hold my hand through this. So, and I mean, honestly, because also I wasn't going to recommend it to people until I tried it myself. So like recommending it to patients and things like that. And then I found so much value in it. I was like, okay, I got to find somebody to teach my cardiac rehab patients this. And then I couldn't find anybody. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much like red tape. And I was like, all right, I guess I got to become a teacher, because I didn't feel qualified to teach other people just by meditating myself. And then trying to find a way to be able to become a teacher, I mean, it's amazing how the stars aligned and it happened. And so then when I was director of cardiac rehab, we would do like every other month, we would do intro to meditation classes. And it was really awesome for everybody, you know. And so they were all hooked up to their telemetry. And so we would do the meditation. It was funny because the staff would, you know, when we were done with the meditation, the staff would be like, oh my gosh, you could see like everybody's heart rates just, you know, and you could just see like physiologically what was going on, you know, which is so different typically in cardiac rehab when you're, you know, making them exercise and trying to get up to certain heart rate levels and things like that. So really, really fascinating. So yeah, it's good stuff. So anyhow, let's get on our charging up time. May 3rd, what's our message here today? An easy way to progress spiritually is to encourage my mind to stay positive. So that's part of what we're doing here, right? We're really reclaiming the concept of we are not human beings seeking a spiritual experience. We are, in fact, embracing the concept of we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And that soul conscious spiritual being, the virtues and qualities of that being is love, positivity, authenticity, joy, enthusiasm, certainty, equanimity. Equanimity. What is that, right? Equanimity. It's like this. I remember hearing it for the first time actually at an ACC conference, American College of Cardiology conference. And I was like, what is that? Equanimity is really that aspect of being that detached observer and not being swayed, you know, in positive or negative or into judgment. It just is, right? Being unshakable in the eye of the storm, right? Not being rocked back and forth constantly, highs and lows, right? Having equanimity. And that is part of what meditation trains us to have, right? So, ask and it is given, May 3rd. Here we go. You cannot ever get it done because you cannot ever cease to be. And neither can you ever halt your awareness. Yet, out of your awareness will always be born another asking. And each asking always summons another answering. Your eternal nature is one of expansion. And in that expansion is the potential for unspeakable joy. I'm going to read that again. You cannot ever get it done, right? I mean, how many of us have created our checklists, which is very helpful to organize your mind when you have 1,000 things running in it, saying, got to do this, got to do that, got to do this, got to do that, right? I also will make a checklist on my phone, like things to do, get it out. And then you get it done, but not really, because you recognize that as soon as you get your checklist done, you fill up your checklist again with more things to get done and more things to get done, right? And the reason that is because you cannot ever cease to be. So that soul that you are, that spiritual being that you are, is eternal, is imperishable, meaning it never ceases to be. Right? Our bodies, these physical vehicles, our bodies is a vehicle for our souls, cease to be. Our computers stop working. Our homes don't last forever, right? Our lights stop working, right? Everything in the material world has a beginning, middle, and an end in that way, right? So, and neither can you ever halt your awareness. Yet out of your awareness will always be born another asking. So good morning, Janelle. Welcome. And so, that little statement reminds me of like the little 3 or 4-year-old who's like, but why? But why? But why? Right? But why? Right? And you're like, oh my gosh, stop asking why, right? But it's like that innocent soul, right? That innocent young soul in this body, right? Who has just so much curiosity, right? And just wants understanding. This was something that I was listening to yesterday. I can't remember exactly what it was, where they were discussing what is that difference between the human soul, right, and an animal soul, right? And one of those things that's very, very different is that we as humans have this deep desire to understand and seek meaning. That's not something that animals, at least as I'm aware of, maybe you guys know differently. And if you do, go ahead and share. But like, they're not seeking that meaning, right? They need to eat, they need to pee, they need to poop, they need to procreate, right? So they're doing that. But there's a difference between animals and humans. And many of us are seeking, there's got to be a meaning to my life, a meaning to what is happening, right? So yet out of your awareness will always be born another asking, and each asking always summons another answering. And as we continue to seek, as we continue to ask, we have to allow ourselves to receive those answers. They're there, but we have to take that pause to allow ourselves to receive. When people pray, right, we teach that praying is talking to God, but meditation is listening. And so as you've all been in conversations with people, if we're just doing all the talking, right? Or if you're having a conversation with your spouse or partner and you just want to get your point across. So you talk, right? And you never sit and listen. Doesn't move anything forward, doesn't move the relationship forward, right? And so, yet out of our awareness will always be born another asking, and each asking always summons another answering. Your eternal nature is one of expansion, and in that expansion is the potential for unspeakable joy. And so when we take that moment, these moments to meditate, when we create that practice, we allow ourselves to pause and listen and receive the answers to the questions and the desires that we've been asking forever, right? Because if we don't stop to listen, we can never hear what that response is, because it is law. When you ask, it will be given. It is law. We just have to allow ourselves to receive the answers. And once we start receiving those answers, we have the potential for unspeakable joy. I know that there were so many questions I had, like especially in relationship, and through one of the amazing, our amazing mentor, right, Stacey Martino, oh my gosh, who am I thinking of? Oh, Allison Armstrong wrote a beautiful book called Keys to the Kingdom about the development of men. And I always was like, why is my husband behaving this way? Right? Why do men behave in a certain way, right? And through one of those books and teachings and discussion and delving into that aspect, the experience, right, quoted by, I'll quote Oprah, right, these aha moments, right? When you get these aha moments, like, oh, that's what that means, right? There's actually, I'll never forget it. I remember this experience once where I was sitting in my office listening to something, And I had this huge aha moment. And it was literal joy when the light bulb turned on and I was like, oh, that's what that means. And in an instant, I was able to shed a resentment that I'd been carrying for years. And in an instant, forgiveness, resentment, anger, hurt dropped, and unspeakable joy happens. And even when I think back to that experience, I'm like, holy cow, he didn't do X, Y, and Z because he didn't care about me. He did X, Y, and Z because he was trying to serve, protect, and honor the family. It came from a place of love and honor and integrity. What? I totally gave the wrong meaning to what was happening. And literally I came home and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to tell you this big aha that I had. Unspeakable joy, instantly transforming how I saw my life and how I saw what was happening in the relationship. It's incredible. I share a lot more of these kinds of ahas and these stories as we work together in the Path to Meditation Mastery. Alrighty. I don't know where these girls are. Hey girls, is anybody picking a card today? Silence. All right. So we're going to do it ourselves. Boy, I got to get up. We watched Sing 2 last night because my little one was begging for me to watch it. But we are going to pick a card. Let's see. What is it? I know Amy, Rebecca, Janelle, each one of you have had those major aha moments because we were all in it together. So if you've had any big ahas over the years where you had unspeakable joy from the aha, you don't have to do it now. You can do it later, whenever. Stick it in the comments. Share it. All righty. Happiness. Is that perfect or what? I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. That's right. Before incarnating, your soul created a blueprint for you to follow in this physical dimension. The easiest way to chart this path is to follow your bliss. Life is full of choices and opportunities. Spirit, in its infinite wisdom, has given you the emotion of happiness to guide you. The signposts are always there, but you have to acknowledge them and have the courage to follow them. As you hold this card, do you feel that you are living a life of happiness? In what areas is it lacking? It may be time to be truthful with your soul self. Listen to its language and intuit if there is someone or a scenario holding you back from experiencing complete happiness, even though it may be painful to admit. You need to be completely truthful. Be mindful of how happiness will affect every aspect of your life on your path. Also, intuit if there is someone else in your life who needs to be brought into the awareness of happiness. This is important to recognize as well. Others will want to learn from you. And whether you admit it or not, you can be their teacher. When you are filled with love and compassion, not only do you bring happiness into your life, but you lead others by example. Be the light. Amen. Love that. All righty. Time to meditate. Let's go ahead and get comfortable wherever you are sitting. Close your eyes. And visualize your heart in the center of your chest with 2 nostrils. And let's go ahead and get our hearts into coherence and practice a little bit of this heart math, okay? So take a deep breath into those heart nostrils and really make an earnest effort to conjure up those feelings of love, joy, enthusiasm, understanding. Breathe in. And as you breathe out of your heart, send those vibrations of love and joy and enthusiasm out to all of the cells in your body. Breathe into your heart and see if you can conjure up feelings of gratitude just for being here, right now. Breathe in. Breathe out of your heart and send those vibrations of gratitude, appreciation, and joy out of every single one of your pores. Breathe into your heart and feel that heart expand and fill up with a bright rose quartz light of love. And visualize that light just shining brighter and brighter as you exhale and send that light out. Breathe normally. And let's go ahead and ask ourselves the 4 soul questions. Question 1. Who am I? Who am I? Just be. Because that's who you are. Second question. What do I want? What is my deepest desire? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Third question. What is my purpose? How can I serve myself and others? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. Fourth question. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Allow anything at all to come to you in the form of a sensation, image, feeling, or thought. And now we'll begin the repetition of our mantra. For those of you who already have your personalized primordial sound meditation mantra, go ahead and start repeating that now. For everyone else, we'll use the mantra So Hum. So we'll silently repeat So Hum, So Hum, So Hum. Please continue repeating your mantra. I will keep the time and I'll let you know when it's time to stop. Enjoy your meditation. Please keep your eyes closed and stop repeating your mantra and rest. Rest in existence. Rest in awareness. Rest in consciousness. Just rest. And as you rest, I'll pronounce 4 intentions. Just repeat them silently and release them into being. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And lightness of being. Lightness of being. Continue to rest. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes, give yourself a big stretch. Bring your palms back down here to heart center and give yourself a little bow of gratitude for bringing yourself here today to charge up with some healthy, emotional, spiritual diet. And from this place of being charged up, let's give a blast of love and light energy out to all of our family, our friends, our community, our city, our state, our country, to all the countries on this planet, to every single brother and sister soul on this planet. And then from there, we can give a blast of that energy out into the universe. And then from there, it gets boomeranged right back to us. I'll say namaste. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And don't forget, sign up for your Stress Less Clarity Call, docs. And we'll talk to you soon. Mwah! Put your takeaways right in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, hit like, subscribe, share. All right, talk to you later. Bye.